Alpha Brain. Is it bullshit? Does it work? What does it do? Did Joe Rogan send me here? Well, I can tell you this. Joe Rogan did not send me here. Let me say this about Alpha Brain. It does do something. It's not a profound effect. You're not going to become a super genius overnight or in 30 seconds, like some movie that I will not mention. It's a supplement, like any other supplements. Some people have different physiology from others, so one person might feel a very pronounced effect. Another person might say, "This is bullshit, ain't doing nothing." So, try it, test it out, see what it does. What did it do for me? Here we are, 30 days later. I can tell you this. There is a clarity that I now have that I didn't have before. Minor details that used to elude me stick much better now. Long-term memory seems to be a bit better. Is it because of this? I don't know. In the last 30 days, lots of random thoughts and ideas, things that I thought were lost, have been slowly flowing back into my mind. So it leads me to believe that possibly it's the Alpha Brain doing that. I did not find this through Joe Rogan. I found this because I was doing some research, independent research on L-theanine, which is an amino acid and a component, non-essential amino acid, and a component of Alpha Brain. And then that led me down this road where I started listening to the Joe Rogan podcast just because of this. So, but later on, you know, I started experimenting with it, and I'll tell you, it has helped. It has helped tremendously. One thing that I did, you're not going to want to make this mistake. If I were you, I wouldn't do this again. But of course, you're going to want to experiment with dosage. It tells you not to take over 3 pills in I think a 12 to 24 hour period. I started off by loading it, overloading it. I took 2 pills when I first got it, and then two pills in the morning, 2 pills at night. Later on, I started changing up the routine. Well, what if I took 3 pills at a time, and then no 4th pill later on? And then I thought, what if I took all 4 pills at the same time? Bad idea. Don't do that. I felt a tingling that was in the back of my neck, all the way up to my face, behind my eyes, my sinuses. There was like a pulsating, sort of just swelling of the face. It felt like swelling, and there's a tingling. So these are all nutrients, these are all vitamins, but they're very powerful, and in combination with each other even more so. So you really need to watch what you're doing. Follow the guidelines as a general rule. As far as lucid dreaming, I've taken it in the morning, I've taken it right before bed, I've taken it at all times of the day. To date, I have not had any lucid dreams, but I've only ever had 3 lucid dreams in my entire life. I don't think that I'm prone to it. I really don't know what's going on with the whole lucid dreaming thing. I have had more vivid dreams, and I remember more about my dreams. I've noticed that. Whether that could be attributed to Alpha Brain, I don't know, but the correlation is there, so I say probably, because before I started taking this, my usual dream recall was something around once or twice a month. I could remember 1 or 2 dreams a month that I had. When I started taking this, for the first week or so, everything seemed normal, and then that's when it started hitting me almost every other night, up to maybe 5 nights a week. I would wake up, and a lot of the details throughout the morning would start to slip away, like dreams often do, but I was remembering that I even had a dream at all, and that's rare for me. So I really attribute that to the alpha brain, because before that I wasn't having nearly that type of frequency of dream recall. The whole reason I started taking alpha brain or experimenting with nootropics was because I wanted an edge. I felt like even though I'm only 30 years old, I was starting to slide a little bit. My acuity wasn't as sharp as what it once was, and I wanted to jumpstart my motivation as well. I wanted to jumpstart my creativity again, and so I thought maybe I could stimulate this, chemically induce this through some kind of supplementation. So I started looking up things online, Google. I'm sure everybody does this. How to supercharge your brain, which is a delicate organ. You don't want to throw too many things out of whack there with that. And I discovered theanine and caffeine nootropic stack, and that was my first stack that I experimented with. And I will say that I definitely felt some like Zen state of mind doing that type of thing, and it led me to on a search to find, I guess, the most potent forms of theanine that I could. And I found theanine serene by Source Naturals, which is a good one. Definitely take that before bed because it will incapacitate you. And then I found this, and so I started researching alpha brain, and I thought, oh, okay, it's got L-theanine in it, and it's got all this other stuff. And I started researching how they work synergistically together, type of benefits that I could reap if I supplement with this. For a supplement, it's kind of pricey. Most supplements probably range, I would probably like the $10 range if you go to Walmart and get some Spring Valley. But they don't have any Spring Valley version of Alpha Brain. So I went to Amazon, and I did not go to Onnit.com. I went to Amazon. And on Amazon, I actually got this 90 cap jar for, I believe, $52. And that was with the shipping and handling. And if you go online, now this is before any of the promotional codes, and I'm sure that with the promo codes, you probably get it for a price similar to that. But it's $79, and I thought, well, yeah, I'm not paying $79 for it. If I pay, well, I thought if it works, I would, of course. I mean, if it was, I would definitely, now that I know what it does and how well it does work, after given time to saturate all the receptors in your brain and really like permeate the cells and do all the different functions that it has to perform to get you at that optimum peak level of brain performance. This is going to take a week, at least a week, and then to a month, because now I'm going on a little more than a month now, and slowly but surely, if the difference between day 1 and day 2 was the difference between day 1 and day 30, I think a lot more people would buy it and say, "Oh my God, this is crazy. This is a brilliant product. It really has supercharged my brain." But the fact that it takes time for the effects to accumulate, I think, turns a lot of people off, because the slower and more gradual that it takes, it's just like anything else in life. The human brain just doesn't seem to want to recognize things that are happening in slow motion. That you want immediate results, and it's not going to give you immediate results. Some people it might. People, again, individual physiologies. But it's good. It's good, and I intend to continue using it. I might cycle off of it for a while just to see what it's like. I know I've been skipping actually days here and there lately, because I know for like the first 25, 26 days I was taking it consecutively, and the first 2 weeks I was taking, like I said, up to 4 pills at a time. And now I take just the 2 a day, and I feel as though I'm in this maintenance phase now. I'm in the maintenance phase. I can feel the clarity. Even my boss at my job has noticed, and he says, I feel like it kind of takes the edge off of anxiety as well a little bit. Certain things in there, I know they've placed them in there just to cool you out, because several components and several supplements that are combined in there can actually get you revved up, and that's part of the point of it. But from my experience, you just feel clear-headed, and you feel as though it's it's like a foggy window, and now you've wiped away the fog and you can see through. I mean, before you could see through, but it was everything was sort of opaque. Everything was sort of opaque, and you can make out shapes, and now you can make out finer detail. That's what it feels like. So it's definitely something people should check out. If you were wondering, you've seen a lot of people on here with crazy reviews, and they're like, dude, I took this, I had the craziest lucid dreams, I was on planet Alpha, Omicron, Theta. I've seen some people saying weird stuff like that. I think they're smoking weed at the same time, so maybe that's why they're getting mixed results. I don't use anything like that. I've just been using this and some fish oil and a multivitamin. And it's pretty good. I'm about to start a different stack now, actually, this week, and I'm hoping to make a video, and that these videos will be more frequent. And that's a stack that's actually, I'm not sure if it's the Kiltep stack or the Siltep or however you would pronounce it, but it's CILTEP stack. And what that does is it combines forskolin with artichoke extract, and it's very similar, I'm told, this is what the reviews that I've read, that the effect and the exact mechanism of action, while that may be different, the effect that you feel is similar to Provigil. And so I'm very interested in trying that, and that's going to show up this week, and I hope to make a video on that.